Hello and welcome back to another episode of Popular Philosophy. This episode is about Hegel's dream of history and why it feels broken to us today. Now, in the previous weeks, we've been really delving into this German tradition with a specific focus on the 20th century. For the last 3 weeks, we've been discussing figures such as Theodor Adorno and Martin Heidegger, the two giants of the 20th century. But to a large extent, and much of what Theodor Adorno and Martin Heidegger are writing is a response to the tradition and to the movements that were occurring within the 19th century. In order to understand Heidegger and Adorno with greater precision and clarity, we must therefore return to one of the most ambitious philosophers of the 19th century and of the modern era. That philosopher is Hegel. So, I invite you all to imagine. Imagine believing that history itself has a direction, that beneath the wars, revolutions, and chaos is a rational process unfolding. This is precisely what Hegel believed. He saw history as a story of freedom, spirit gradually becoming aware of itself. But when we look at our world today, that vision seems shattered. Instead of unity, we see fragmentation. Instead of reason and history, we see irrationality everywhere. Was Hegel wrong, or are we missing something? The first part, Hegel's starting point, spirit in history. Hegel's central idea was that history isn't just random. It's the unfolding of spirit, the human drive to know itself and to become free. In one of Hegel's first mature works, The Phenomenology of Spirit, published in 1807, he writes, "The history of the world is none other than the progress of the consciousness of freedom." For Hegel, ancient societies knew freedom only for a few, those being the kings, the elites, the nobles. The modern age, beginning with revolutions such as the American Revolution and the French Revolution, revealed that freedom belonged to all. In the Phenomenology, Hegel describes consciousness moving through stages. At first, there's sense certainty and sense perception. Then there's self-consciousness, then reason, spirit, all of this culminating in a notion of absolute knowing. In the preface, Hegel writes, "The goal, absolute knowing, is spirit knowing itself as spirit." This means humanity doesn't act in history. It recognizes itself in what it has created. It's reflected to itself. Works such as art, religion, and of course philosophy reflect what spirit is. And in that order. At that moment, history achieves meaning. Reason has become self-conscious. But today, when we scroll endlessly on social media, seeing reflections of ourselves, it often feels less like spirit knowing itself and more like spirit drowning in noise. Now for the third part, the logic of history, reason, and reality. Hegel pushed further in his Science of Logic, written between the years of 1812 and 1816. In this text, he developed the principle that reality is itself rational. In the Science of Logic, the preface to the second edition, published in 1831, Hegel writes, "What is rational is actual. What is actual is rational." For Hegel, this didn't mean everything that exists is good, but that history, in the long run, has an intelligible structure. Even in its conflicts and tragedies, there was a larger purpose for spirit unfold. Yet in our time, climate crisis, polarization, disinformation, it often feels like history has lost its reason. Part 4, art as the mirror of spirit. Hegel also believed art shows spirit in a way that philosophy alone cannot. In the Lectures on Aesthetics, Volume 1, in the introduction, Hegel writes, Art is the sensuous presentation of the absolute. So what does this mean? For him, great art wasn't entertainment. It was spirit making itself visible, a way humanity could grasp truth in the concrete form. Today, art and culture still have glimpses of spirit, but they are often swallowed by the churn of commodified images and viral trends. Hegel's faith in art as the bearer of truth seems fragile in an age of endless distraction. Part 5, the crisis of today. Hegel believed history was moving towards reconciliation, humanity knowing itself, finding freedom in reason. But now, history feels open-ended, fractured, and without a telos. Maybe Adorno was right, that instead of spirit arriving at self-knowledge, we're stuck in a damaged life that he described in Minima and Moralia. Or maybe, as Hegel might suggest, we're simply still in the process, and what looks like chaos could yet be spirit struggling towards something higher. So now, my closing remarks. Hegel dreamed of history that made sense, where freedom was its destination. But when history feels like it's unraveling, a challenge for us is not to discard Hegel, but to ask, what would it take to make history meaningful again? Thank you all so much for tuning in to another episode. If you found this video to be thought-provoking, please leave a comment and please join us next week for another episode.